house, in the loud house. One boy, 10 girls, wouldn't trade it for the world. Loud, 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 loud house.
We are in love. I am so in love today. We are in love.
I think I'm gonna run away.
Everybody Loves Leni. This kind of sounds like the show with Ray Romano called Everybody Loves Raymond. This is a season 3 episode, 35th episode, the overall 136th episode of The Loud House. This was one of my favorite episodes that I said before, because there's so much sweetness into it that there's less sour to talk about this episode. Because it's mostly centered around Leni Loud, the second eldest sister of The Loud House.
Shift's over. Let's go get pretzels.
Oh, it's you guys.
Nice window dressing. You made the Kins look like friends.
Thanks. I modeled them after us.
So Leni is hanging out with her co-worker friends, Miguel and Fiona, as soon as when the shift is done until a group of her friends who I kind of don't recognize their names too much. I mean, come on, give me a break. They actually just appeared in this episode. I don't know them that very much. So much of this, these two actually want to hang out with Leni as well, too, on a Friday night. And this is where things are going to start going a little bit downhill. It just so happens that Fiona needs someone as her wingman because she has a date with a cafeteria employee. I mean, couldn't you date someone else a little bit different than that? You could actually be dating an actual animation critic. But no sooner or later, Leni has to leave and has to hang out with her school friends. I believe their names are Jackie and Mandy. How often Leni is actually keep getting so much a phone call from Fiona every time when she needs more advice for her date. From one time to the next time until... Oh my God, is she just singing row, row your boat? You know, why not make it worse on yourself? Why not, you could be singing the Care Bears theme song.
Care-a-lot is a place you'd like to be. Riding on a cloud, you will care a lot. It's a rainbow fantasy. For laughing at
So eventually, she got caught. And so much the both of them just don't want to speak to Leni. Back at the Loud House, Lori kind of asks Leni what's going on to see what her problem is. And she's trying to get so much help that she wants to actually try to get her work friends and her school friends together. But no sooner or later, Lincoln actually arrives here saying the best way for him to do it is by having them spend time together. I mean, I could have at least one of my friends who I knew when he was a kid, and my other friend who I knew since on my first job at work. I could actually bring these two together. We could actually be hanging out, and it all usually works out. You know, that's the smartest thing I ever heard Lincoln Loud ever say.
I have to go write my name on my new Ace-Savvy underwear.
I literally take that back.
Oh, wait a minute. What in the hell? Did Lincoln just pull a marker right out of his gonads? Oh, he did. He just pulled a marker right out of his own nuts. If he has any. How did they manage to get away with this? I guess this is how the origin started out when some decided to use a different type of word for a man's genitals.
I literally take that back.
You and me both, Lori. He's disgusting. So Leni actually brings 4 of her friends over, and they have a little spend time in the basement together. A couple of card games, which I think is somehow apples to apples. And seriously, do I have to tell everybody what this parody of this game really is based from? But unfortunately, this doesn't even last forever, and they all decide to leave that they can't even stand each other. The next day, her bickering, bitching friends are at a clothing store for a big sale. At the same time, her co-workers and her school friends are there together. But somehow, Leni's not even there. It is to reveal that she's at home, sadly watching TV while she is just eating pudding. Poor kid. So she gets a phone call and...
I'm sorry. I knew that no matter who I went to the sale with, I'd be upsetting someone. So I decided to stay home. I'll let you guys go. I don't want to ruin your day.
I just feel so sorry for Leni.
Wow, Leni missed her favorite sale because of us.
Ugh,
We are the worst.
Damn right.
But Lori and Lincoln overheard her conversation on the telephone, and then she has to go up and knock some sense into her friends. By the way, am I the only one who only sees that Leni, Lori, and Lincoln are the only characters that are appeared in this episode, but none of the other siblings or the mom and dad is not in this one? As soon as Leni's getting ready to leave, her friends are actually at the door standing there, and her friends just apologize for what they have done for Leni's sake. Let bygones be bygones, I can actually put it to you. So touched by this, all watch television, and suddenly everything turns out okay. 5 best friends together. It was the hat. Nothing does a trick like a smart chapeau. That's how I can put it to this way. And they're finally eating the friendship cake that Leni baked. So this was a really heartfelt episode, mostly when it centers around Leni Loud, the second eldest of the Loud House family. There's some things you just gotta love about Leni Loud. Shows more than she's just a ditzy bubble-headed girl. She is such a sweetheart. I guess I could say that she thinks more of her heart than her brain, but that's what makes her special.
Oh yeah, he's special, all right.
She's not stupid, she's not dumb. There's just some things that she just can't understand. She's creative, she's kind, and she's such much know about fashion artists. And there are times that she would put others first before herself. Leni thinks of others before she even does to herself. I think she does more credit for them than she does for her. I especially love the performance from Liliana Mummy, who was best known for being a voice actor for Higglytown Heroes, which a show I do not watch, and I don't even know what it is about. She was in Chowder, and she was best for playing Myrtle Edmonds in Lilo and Stitch, the movie and in the series show. She only had 2 different movies I know that she was in, like the Santa Claus 2 and Cheaper by the Dozen. You know, speaking of, when I started to get more into the show, I always wondered, is the Loud House something like Cheaper by the Dozen? Because it seems similar that way, because you've got 11 kids in the house and only 2 of the parents. But except in Cheaper by the Dozen, there are 12 kids. I mean, could it be possible in the sooner seasons that the Louds might actually get a 12th kid in the family who they might exactly adopt? I don't know. I mean, I don't have a clue. That's only for the future to decide that. I mean, there are 11 kids, and I think I'd rather see another brother in the family than see another sister. Somewhere between Lincoln's age, who is 11 years old, and Lynn's age, who's 13. All in all, I give the episode 8 out of 10 stars. It's just the sweetest episode I ever seen of Leni Loud, like I said before. I am the Loud House critic, and dude, I really need to find a new catchphrase. Probably work on one.